Hey there, Sag. How are you? Mary Ellen here, coming to you from beautiful little Moonrise Cottage for your weekly love and life and soul and soulmate and all those happy things. And Sag, as you know, if you've been following along my channel, we've been seeing a lot of beautiful transformation coming forward. Ooh, look at that. Okay, let's see what that is. Yeah, look. She loves Sag. There you are, standing in your beauty, just being in. What lately my guides have been talking with me about the joy spot. That's where you're at. That's from the journey of love. So that's fabulous. Something has gotten a little cray over here. We'll leave that. So Sag, if we look at the cards that are on the table, we see this is your partner. There's destiny coming forward. Look at that. We'll jump into that in a minute, right after we take a look at what's going on with you. See that? Completion, being in a place of victory. That's the Empress card sitting next to that sword that you see on the table. So your process continues, and you are joined by whoever it is standing in your life that's assisting you with this new form of becoming after so many difficulties that you've been through. So let's pick a card. Yeah, ooh, this is beautiful energy. Her grace, look. Look at that. Somebody just flowing, just the way you are. Check it out. Something beautiful continuing to unfold. For a lot of you, I know you've been through storms and breakups, shifting and changing your life into a higher order of being. And so there is somebody who's in your sphere. Somehow, you may not have repartnered yet, but you see all the flow that's happening? I really love this. And this beautiful destiny card. So when I looked into the Mystical Shaman Oracle, what came out was the seer. While you stand in this place with yourself, you're gaining really mystical vision, and it is because of the process you've been through. That's really powerful. So you have gone deep inside, and you this change that many of you have been through, you're standing in this moment, and it is because the planets, right? We know what's going on with Pluto. We know what's going on in the universe. Saturn comes forward, begins to restructure everybody, if you will, and then the planets turn and a completion comes. So this is between you and your partner, very definitely. See how the seer looks into this card of she loves? There's something about your journey in love, and you are beginning to be able to see into the future. And your powers of, okay, my guys are saying the words cryptic and I'm getting a download about this person, and that's you. They're looking at you. So you're looking deep into your own life, and you have the power to do that because you have been through a completion process. And this card of her grace is literally pointing at the completion. So there may be somebody standing around who's watching your process and waiting for you to come to a completion point. Sag, the new moon that's coming next week, is in a fire sign. It's in Aries, and that's the Two of Cups. So there's destiny, definitely. You're watching it come towards you, and your partner is watching you. They are also going through some completion process. Really beautiful the way the mystical energy is stacking up. So Two of Cups in the light of the full moon. Energy, the water of the light of the moon, flowing between the two of you, because this is about balance and healing. Look at that. The dialogue, balance, talking with somebody maybe about love, somebody who's in the process of transforming, either you or your partner, and just almost, okay, that my guides are saying cryptic again. So maybe some cryptic, meaning energetic. What is the word my guides are trying to get me to say? Hang on. Telepathic. Thank you, Spirit. Telepathic communication. at the time of this beautiful full moon. So if you haven't looked at the astrology, go look, listen to some of your favorite astrologers about what's going on at this full moon for you. Yeah, look at that. All right, so I realized I forged ahead. This is a prophecy. This is a major arcana, a card. That's what my guys want to speak with you about. The augury of battle, Ace of Swords. So this moment, as you sail into this moon, it's a time to chant your intentions onto the sacred sword of victory in your own life. That's what you're seeing. Okay, thank you, Spirit. So this completion can come forward. So the augury of battle is that place where you get divine intervention, literal inspiration and clarity and victory. So say your prayers, chant, meditate, pray, write some poetry, sing the songs of victory onto the sword. It's the moment before you put your hands on the sword, and you are meant to transform and come to a completion in these moments. And then the very next thing that happens, if that's the theme of the reading, the energy that you are standing in is the Empress, who brings souls across into this world with all the bounty that they need for this journey, sometimes a very difficult journey. In this deck, Celtic Wisdom Tarot deck, she is known as the Shaper of Growth. Very powerful. Okay, I get it. Thank you, Spirit. So my guides are talking about the cryptic message that's involved in the cards, in the way the story's coming out. So there you are with your love, combat, 5 of Swords, a lot of fighting, a lot of bickering, a lot of battles, and you stand victorious in that place. It may have been a hollow victory that you've come through. That's why this is cryptic messaging. You did not want to be involved in this battle, but you were. It trickled down into the stream of your life. So it's in this deck, you see the road, the long road. This is 2 people that came down a long road together, and it was a road filled with battle. They were just constantly fighting. One would die, the other would tend to the wounds. And the next day, whoever passed away would arise again, and they'd start fighting. They were locked in it. It was just destiny. Okay, so I know that some of you have been with a love partner. I think there's clarity and new growth coming to you because of what you've been through. And the cycle's complete, and you are seeing very cryptically into the heart of the matter now. That's what's going on. So for some of you, it's about what you're finishing and the new growth that's coming forward. Yeah, look, 4 of Swords. The moment after the battle is complete, and you go into a very deep meditation, a restive state, you are victorious, and it drives you deeply inward. So there's some cycle in love that you've gotten victory over, my guides are saying. Hang on a second. What are they asking me? They want me to look at this card. Yeah. Because now, because of this completion, because of the vision that you had into yourself, this notion of she loves, right? Standing as love energy in your life. It was the vision that came from that caused the completion. And now, while you go into this deep meditative state, 4 of Swords state, this is the card, the energy that transitions you. And that is the beautiful woman of skill. She holds the spool of destiny in her hands, and she in fact winds it around the sacred tower of inspiration in her life. Look at that. So that's energy, if you can see into that tower. It's actually within her, but it's also the energy that swirls around her. Again, my guides are saying the word cryptic. There's something you're going to learn or something you're going to find out that's going to cause you to have victory in this cycle that you are completing. Whatever this was about, it's going to contribute to factors of growth, and you're going to be able to manifest out of this cycle into this restive state. And it may be, if you were fighting with someone and you came to an end of a relationship, it may be because of the powerful place you're standing, whether you know it or not, you may be causing this person to transform. It's really interesting. Some of you might get messages saying, I understand what happened and I'm sorry, or I'm glad that we don't have to do that anymore. It's really some factor of victory. That's the sacred sort of victory. It is activated by the wind in the season of winter, and we're riding into that now. So when you come to this place, if you're having challenges with a current love, that's coming to an end. You're going to put the swords down, go into a restive state to turn your destiny, whether you walk away or not. Because look, there's the King of Cups. In this deck, he is the sacred pathfinder. You see how activated he is at the heart chakra? That spear clears away obstacles. So these people were locked in a battle they didn't want to be in. The spell was on them. Something's being cleared away. You're coming to a moment of victory and new growth, the shaper of growth. It has to do with love, and you're coming into your destiny because this has come to an end, whatever that was. And, in terms of the circuit of your soul, that was your destiny. It's what you signed up for because you have the total capacity to move beyond it and find your sacred path forward. That's what's happening now. I really love this. All right, Spirit, let's see what else we have for beautiful Sag. Yeah, look, factors are walking away. So you may be completing a process. My guys are saying processes that were related to a major shift in relationship. You have freed yourself from something. And I think you had some visions about this, okay? The fact that the King of Cups is there and the energy is delivered into this Eight of Cups, it's because you can see your path forward. That's why victory's here. Thank you, Spirit. Really interesting. So many of you are freeing yourself from something into which you have been locked in battle, and you're done with it. And so there's a deeper level of finishing that process because you're having this cryptic vision about the way you loved this person, I think, bringing you into this beautiful completion. Fabulous. Oh, look. Ooh, that's the card for Halloween. Interesting. And here we are. Full moon in Aries coming. It's about going into the underworld to seek out help and assistance and transforming life forever. This young man had a vision about something tragic happening. It's interesting the way these cards are coming out. I think some of you knew, maybe even before your partner, that shift and change was coming. This notion of being cryptic with this vision of the seer, someone who is clairvoyant, has intuition, evolving now, looking into yourself. I wonder if you may be having some past life regression stuff going on, some of you. So basically, this young man had to go out into this field, put a rope around a corpse, the method of touching death. Seven of Pentacles. In order to make your garden grow, you had to touch this death. And now we see it twice, connected to a love journey. Fascinating to me. Thank you, Spirit. So by doing the hard work and doing the terrifying journey, the hero's journey, this young man saw this vision of something, a tragedy. We see a fire in the background. He stepped into the field. He was transported immediately upon having this vision into the world of the fairies, where he met a banshee who said, I'm going to help you, but you have to go back and sound the warning. I think you did. I think some of you tried to give your partner a message. Like, can we just stop? Because if this doesn't stop, this is going to be the outcome. And I'm going to find a new path. I'm going to be in command of my destiny because I want balanced love. I don't want this. I don't want to participate. And you came to an ending. You came to a completion. So for some of you, it's been going on for a while. For some of you, it's new. So in the end of this story, that young man found sacred assistance through a fairy woman known as a banshee. And he did come back to the top world, sound the warning. He prevented a tragedy from happening. And then he went back into the land of the fairies and married that woman and lived there with her forever. So I think you've done your task. Maybe you really had some vision about what was going on, and you just stood in the place of love in your life. You had to regain yourself in order to release yourself from a tragedy and find a higher vision, find a path forward. Mystical journey this month. Let's see what's under here. Yeah. So, Two of Wands. Now you're at a new crossroads. In this deck, it's about reweaving yourself, reintegration of the self through the four directions, through all the factors of your life. So there's something very mystical about these moments for you. You may be getting guidance from above, my guides are saying, but you are seeing something very cryptic. The word keeps coming up about this journey that you've been through. Now that you've had some rest and you've been able to reintegrate yourself into your life and what you want, and it did bring to you a soul journey, a 0 point. Thank you, Spirit. You see the completion card? A 0 point, a new beginning. And there's nothing better than a 0 point. You have this beautiful awakening process. You're going to go out through the portal. So I want to show you something. You see that bowl? There's another bowl. Do you see that bowl? That's why you're at a completion point. Turning destiny. You take your soul out on a journey after everything you've been through. The awakening comes. I love this. And we've got Uranus and Taurus. Okay, hang on. It goes like this, my guides are saying. So, as I often say, I know it's challenging. Honor your partner in love, even when you're leaving that person, even if they've been a scoundrel, so to speak. And many of us experience that. Love all of it to the best of. Oh, I'm not seeing can you hear my voice? So what's happening is my heart chakra is expanding. I know that I'm on message for my guides, and that for some of you, you've been through a deeply transformative process in your life. It was your destiny. You're coming into the cryptic vision of, how did I get into that relationship? What was it for in my life? Why did I want that person? How could I not do that again? That's part of what you're being released from, because the shaper of growth is here. You're being released from this. Okay? Make sure to do your work. Go deep into all the factors of love. Whatever it is, wherever you were in your life, it's going to be healed now if you take the journey and you allow yourself to be at this 0 point with yourself. And there may be a new lover standing right there. It's interesting how we see destiny, right? 2 of Cups, destiny, King of Cups. And then there's all this other stuff along with factors of growth. All right, so let's take a look. Leave me some messages. I love hearing from everybody. So drop some comments. Let me know what your journey was. And do know that your journey helps everybody else. I hope you understand that. But you're being given the notion that it's factors of sacred evolution. And you've come to this place of healing and new growth. And so, of course, in that place, you attract to yourself, this is your partner, destiny. In this place of grace. Because while you're in this place of grace, look at that. Queen of Cups. With the Star card, somebody in your sphere, next to the King and Queen. Look, let's do it this way. No, my guide said no. They want it this way. So, somebody is focusing also on their grace. They're looking at their cup. Because it is their destiny filling up their cup of love with this grace out of the factors of their own life, while you're in this process of finishing, completion, sacred vision, intuition, clairvoyance. Always remember, to the best of your ability, that the wheels are always turning. The wheels of manifestation turn. And while you may be going through something difficult, there is somebody who's also having their own turning, and they are on their way to you. The sacred wheels are turning. The completion is bringing forward the movement. So we see 3 indications here of water. So some of you might be with a water sign, but clearly this person is moving on in their own life, and they're coming in your direction because it's literal destiny for them. Look, and it changes their world. So, that story about this guy who had this vision? He had to walk away from something, go into the underworld. It changed his entire outcome. always understand with complete devotion, my guides are saying, that when you do your own process, it is destiny that comes forward. And look, Queen of Wands looking straight at you. You see the black cat? She's holding her power. She's got the beautiful sunflower, the ability to manifest her own destiny. And she's looking at you, manifesting your destiny. Somebody's very passionate about you, Sag. And how could they not be? Because you're so straight up awesome. Okay? Lots of messaging from this Queen of Wands in your direction because the world is changing. And they're thinking about this Four of Wands. Okay? They want it all with you. They want to reflect joy. They want to be bonded together in a stable place. Victory, finally, in love. Stable partnership based in and bonded in love energy. I love, actually. And you know what? My guys are saying it's this way. So you may be getting some messages. Some of you may be getting a proposal. Some of you might be making wedding plans. And you're doing it in this infinity energy, the energy of 8. Conquering the elements around you in the full light of the sun. The Strength card with this beautiful feminine energy in alignment with, and in a sense, conquering the power of the lion. I love that it's coming out like that. Really beautiful. So let's see. Yep. Okay. Let's grab from the bag of runes for you, Sag. It's a beautiful story. Can't wait to hear from you. I hope that if you've been through some difficulties, there's someone, if you haven't seen them yet, they're on their way to you. Do you see how they're touching the card of completion? Look how hauntingly beautiful that is. So, Sag, whatever you're doing, if you're still completing a cycle, just do it in good faith and know the universe is on your side. And your person, if you're waiting for somebody new, they're literally on their way. They may be standing on the sidelines just watching you. Honestly, for some of you. And it's been going on for weeks now. So you're going deeper into the process, and on a spiritual level, you're coming into this King of Cups energy that helps you clear away obstacles. And there's the obstacle. Being stuck to something that doesn't work. And the moment you walk away, it takes you into the underworld where, again, you find a new form of victory. It's really stunning. So, use the full moon to your advantage. Know that when Halloween comes, you're going deep. And use the moment to be a seer into your own life if this still isn't clear and if it's unfolding. And look, thank you, Spirit. That's literally the rune for the sacred spiritual warrior. Going to put it right there with the King of Cups for you, Sag. I always read from the book. In case you're new, welcome. I use the Book of Runes, written by the beautiful Ralph Blum. You can get it on Amazon. It's not very expensive in American dollars. Okay, let's see. So the rune of the spiritual warrior, it's the glyph. That symbol, that arrow, upturned arrow, is the glyph that warriors used to paint on their shields. So this is the rune of the spiritual warrior whose battle is always with the self. It's about finding a will through action, yet unattached to outcomes, remaining mindful that all you can really do is stay out of your own way and wait for the will of heaven, my guides are saying. The prophecy, which was the theme of the reading. Thank you, Spirit. So these are the hallmarks of the spiritual warrior. Embodied in this rune is the energy of discrimination, the sword-like quality that enables you to cut away the old, the dead, the extraneous. And yet, with the warrior rune comes certain knowledge that the universe always has the first move. Patience is the virtue of this rune, and it recalls the words of St. Augustine that the reward of patience is patience. Here you are asked to look within, delve down to the foundations of life itself. Only in so doing can you hope to meet the deepest needs of your nature and tap into your most profound resources. Giving me a chill. Getting choked up again. So there's so much energy streaming in through my heart chakra, which is, for me, it's a message from my guide saying, yeah, that's it. That's the message. And it always comes with an enormous amount of love. So the molding of character is at issue when you draw this rune. It's associated with the sun, the masculine energy, the active principle. The urge for conquest is powerful, especially self-conquest, which is a lifelong pursuit and calls for awareness and single-mindedness and the willingness to undergo your passage with compassion and in total trust. When this rune comes in response to a relationship issue, it indicates that the relationship is both timely and providential. The bond is a real one. There's work for you to do together. If the issue concerns devotion to a cause, an idea, or a path of conduct, the warrior rune counsels perseverance. Although at times, the kind of perseverance called for is patience. This is a rune of courage and dedication, and in ancient times, if this was the glyph that warriors painted on their shields before battle. Now, the same symbol strengthens our resolve to align the self with the higher self. Wow, Sag. Whew, you guys rock my world. Look at this story. So I'll be looking forward to hearing from all of you. All the links about me are below. Remember, this can be vice versa. We're talking about energy, not male, female. Don't get stuck on that. All the things that all readers say. All right? If this isn't for you, no worries. Look at your rising sign. Look at your Venus and Jupiter, etc., etc., etc. So have a wonderful week. I'll look forward to being here with you next week, if at all possible. I am leaving in 3 days, and I'm scurrying around trying to get the readings out. So I'm not sure where I'll be streaming from, but I'm going to try to get the readings out for next week, and I'll see you then. Thanks, everyone. Do me a service of clicking the like button for me. It helps the readings go out more broadly, and I would appreciate that, along with my spirit guides. So hugs and kisses. I'll see you soon. Bye.